Hey there, everybody. Clint Chapdelaine here again. I am giving another response video to my good friend Katie, who, by the way, had some very cool visual effects in her last video. Now, this is going to be kind of an interesting one because, in some way or another, all of my topics today inadvertently kind of involve issues with adolescence, like people in high school and junior high and what's that. So this one's sort of for the kids out there trying to make it. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is the issue Katie brought up, which is really funny because I'm not really much of a news hound, but this is something that actually caught my attention before she brought it up. And this was the Jesus shirt, and it just says on it, "Life is wasted without Jesus." Now, it's kind of funny because you were kind of saying that you were kind of sort of making the assumption that I before this. Now, on the one hand, I do believe in God and Jesus Christ. I consider myself Christian. However, another big part of my sort of life code, if you have it, is the idea that inclusion is important. And one of the reasons why I'm sort of not a person who goes to church a lot is because I find it's so exclusive. I mean, for instance, to get into heaven, you can't just be a good person. If you bet on the wrong horse, so to speak, there are people out there who say you're going to hell. And I don't like this idea of basically excluding everybody. Like, I don't know, it's just a smarmy thing to do. It's like, yes, if you don't believe in Jesus Christ, then you're basically just wasting your time. I don't like that. Like, to me, it's not in the interest of what Jesus was about. And I think a better shirt may have been, I don't know, something along the lines of, you know, something missing, try Jesus. More get people interested than sort of just attacking people. I'll give you an example of what not to do. Like a while ago, a friend of mine posted on her Facebook page. It's apparently a quote from the Bible, and it said that can't remember the exact wording, but along the lines of, "If you deny me on earth, I will deny you in the gates of heaven." It's supposed to be said by Jesus or whatever. Now, I refuse to believe that a God that is supposed to embody peace, love, and forgiveness would be so petty and insecure. So I could literally make an entire post of how, when it comes to Christianity, I love the message, but more often than not, can't stand the messenger. But there are other issues I want to talk about, and I'm going to get to them as well. Now, the next thing that I have to talk about is the old issue of cyberbullying. Now, in Nova Scotia, there is a mother who is pushing for stricter laws on cyberbullying. Now, usually when the issue of stricter laws for underage offenders comes up, I'm usually on the other side of things, but the cyberbullying thing is getting ridiculous. I mean, there was bullying when was growing up, but it's way worse now because you can go home, you can hang out, you can go on your favorite sites, maybe play some gamage. But now the people can come and they're still in your house. There is like no escape, and that's just, I don't know. I don't know if I would have been able to take it when I was in high school. Now, what brought this on is this woman's daughter committed suicide a while ago, and apparently the person who did it confessed over Facebook. Now, at first, I was like, well, at least she's taking responsibility for her action. She's copying to what she did. Maybe looking to get in touch with the mother, making amends in some way. That was not the case. She was essentially bragging about it, and apparently she is uh, with a group. It's the name of it's kind of hard to pronounce. Libya Tor something, but it's this group of kids who cyberboy with the express intention of making girls commit suicide, and they have actual listed targets. This is like the closest things we have to actual supervillainy. This and the police are like, yeah, we can't do anything about it. So what this new law is going to be proposing is two things. Firstly, that computers will be monitored at school, although this only solves part of the problem because a lot of this will be being done from home. And the other part of the law is if a parent knows their kid is cyberbullying someone and they don't step in, they can be liable. Now, I'm for both these these sort of new options, but I think that I think the sort of monitoring the computer at school is a start, but I think if there's evidence of someone cyberbullying, they should be able to monitor their activities at home in some way as well, because a lot of that happens there. Now, I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, invasion of privacy, you can't do that." I've always been of the opinion that if it improves the quality of life, sometimes sacrifices have to be made. Now, I'm not saying, wiretap everybody's computer, but if somebody is obviously a bully, then, there has to be some way where you can, protect people from these people. And as for the idea of the parents being liable, yeah, if you know your kid is essentially being an asshole, then yeah, it's your job as a parent to to teach this kid in, more diplomatic words, don't be an asshole. Now, I went on a little rant about that, and I'm kind of sorry for going on. But I want to talk about something lighter to finish off. This is something that I was like, yes, when I heard it. When Vogue has set out to stop using too young and too skinny models in their magazine. Now, this is definitely an awesome thing. Both because it's really weird to have models who look like they're, really young, because, people are attracted to models. And having models that are like 15, it's like, yeah, kind of gross. And also, I've always been of the opinion that a lot of girls who people think are attractive, I find way too skinny. For instance, the only way I would ever agree to go on a date with Megan Fox is just to make sure she's eating. Now, I'm concerned. And it's just ridiculous. So maybe we'll start seeing one with actual curves in the magazines, and we'll stop seeing young people being exploited. And the one thing that makes me edgy about this is in the article, it says the law is that they will not knowingly work with anyone under the age of 16. This bothers me for two reasons. Whenever they put knowingly into into an article, it's kind of sketchy. And also, under 16, still kind of young. I think if you're going to be, you know, flaunting your looks on a magazine, which I'm totally fine with, you should be at least old enough to vote. So models should be 19. Now they said there's going to be a mentorship program for people who want to get into the modeling industry but are still young. And that's kind of good because if you have a passion and you want to get into it as a young age, it doesn't completely block you off. You just sort of, learn the ropes before you're all out there. And so I think this is, although something makes me nervous about it, I think it can be done better. I think it's good that the fashion industry is being a bit more responsible. Wow, I've really gone on this section. It's going on 11 minutes now. So I guess that's all for me. So I hope you enjoyed this installment, and I'll see you when I sees you.